So, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like the amount that I'm playing this game is unhealthy. But I just want to keep playing more. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing. I thought about playing some World of Warships, and it's like, I don't know, you know, it'd be a diversion for a few hours, but this, I want to know what's next. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. Hopefully this won't be another like 4-hour stream that ends at 2 in the morning. It'll be more like a 2-hour something stream, and I don't know. I'm just gonna play the game. I like the game. So head count's gone up. We picked up a lot of people recently. A lot of people. We actually maxed out our roster with 16 bodies. We picked up multiple tinkerers. I picked up some military corporal stuff. Basically some officers.
Aye, aye.
Now we do have... Kayak has learned the mystical art of a called shot bonus.
I hear ya.
And eventually these things are going to happen elsewhere, which will be amazing when they do.
I'm here.
Also, we picked up Mockingbird, who also has a called shot bonus, as well as sensor lock, which I don't know. We had some people in chat kind of telling me how sensor lock can be amazing, but at the moment I'm just playing the game. So I think when we were stepping out of this that there were no further options available, which is correct. However, there is the B team, which is sus as hell because it is, well, it's a 2.5 skull mission, and I'm sitting here with probably a Vindicator. I've made it work in the past. I feel like I can make it again. And this is a capture base. I don't know. Worst case, I think I bail. I'm definitely not going for salvage. Definitely going for cash. Vindicator, we're gonna swap this out for Archangel. That additional output is just too important because we cannot guarantee that our faithful trainees are gonna kick out the amount of oof required. But three on a PPC is pretty nice. Irby only has a 1. But I think we'll figure it out. And I realize it's sketchy as fuck, but I think we're gonna do this and see if we can fluff up that nest egg a little bit. So far, I really seem to have done a lot of work with the Taurens. So, I don't know, maybe I'll end up seeing if we can forge some kind of business relationship with them.
Command interface initiated.
We've really operated in this area for a while. So all we gotta do is just walk in there and stand around? Sounds like bullshit to me. Right.
Trees. I love trees.
Oh good, he loves trees. That's cool. How do we get to this thing? Okay, there's some pretty rough terrain there. Well, look, that's probably going to be the direct route, and that's the one with trees. He loves trees.
I copy. On my way.
Moving out.
Onward. Waiting for orders.
Definitely going to slow the commando down.
I'm walking here.
Acknowledged.
I'm going. Roger that. Need something, Chief?
You have jump jets on everything except the commando.
Orders?
Let's go ahead and get you in there. There we go.
Hey, Chief, I'm picking up an unknown hostile.
Oh, there are turrets. How kick it is that?
Confirmed.
Yes, Commander.
I guess we just haul ass into the trees.
10-4.
And sprint into tree
On my
cover.
way.
Could do that. See if we can get some spotting information on these turrets.
What's up, boss?
Also, if we light the turrets, do we make bad guys appear? I don't have a solid medium laser connection. Okay, there's the base. It looks empty. Well, that sucks. Can I shoot some of the buildings anyway? There's our little friends. Get your lance into that base and hold out till the Employer can get more people on the ground. Didn't they say the base was decommissioned? Oh, those turrets are not offline. Alright. What is this? Standard sniper turret. Double PPC. 150. I mean, we got a
I live to
safe...
serve.
We got a decent amount into it. Sure as hell could have been better, though. Okay. Well, hell, that's an 80.
Engaging jump jet. Got it, Commander.
Okay, cool.
Standing by.
If we can burrow a large laser up that turret's ass. 90's pretty good.
Locking target.
There we go. Okay. So no PPCs. These other turrets may
Target
involve
destroyed.
Waiting for orders.
might involve LRMs.
All right.
Against
Let's go.
Davian forces. Other turrets? Interesting.
Commander, I await your command.
Mm-hmm.
Got it, Commander.
Well, we can advance in the open while we have the
Hey.
opportunity to.
I'm here.
Right.
Yes, Commander. Behold, I take flight. How's it going?
I.
So I think we're going to use these trees to clap that turret.
Waiting for the right move.
Doesn't have
Roger
line of
that,
sight.
Digging in. Standing by.
Haven't spotted new. Interesting.
Yes, Commander. Receiving you.
Reserve down.
Good
One
to go.
access to the Vindicator.
Ready for orders.
Okay. We've got
Acknowledge.
cover and potentially really good range for an alpha strike. Shredder turret. AC-20, motherfucker. Wow. Son of a bitch. Still don't see that one, so maybe it doesn't see us. Right. We'll live.
One for you and one for you.
Although it's probably better to coolant it. Just to get it going on cooldown.
Ready for orders. Thy will be done.
AC-20, Jesus. Let's try to get more left side going.
Acknowledged.
75's
Target
good. Oh, okay. Alright.
One less turret.
How's it going? I'm your spaniel.
So AC-20 is not,
Rolling.
it's a close range weapon. It's not a sniper rifle. 80%'s good. Okay.
Good to go.
Still has too much damn health. I don't have a shot in this, which is okay. Get you in the
Roger.
tree cover, ready to run up. You could pop a laser off into it.
Heads up, Commander. You've Got hostile contacts.
Oh, okay. A light, a medium, and a heavy.
Yes, Commander.
Cool. This is cash. Yeah, this is cash. Okay, so the AC-20 did not have shots. Run him up into tree cover. Not going to be amazing, but it should potentially be enough to, one missile went super astray, but that takes the AC-20 off the board. That is good.
Destroyed.
Still going to have to deal with, whatever the hell this is. It's a Lance of 4, so there's 2 lights. They don't have shots on us at the moment.
Tactical advantage.
Although maybe they do now. They do, but bulwark. Okay, we're okay with that. Light we didn't see, a Jenner we did see. Something else that's going to dump damage into the Vindy.
Still an opportunity presents itself.
Trebuchet. Okay.
Internal structure damage. I'm receiving you.
Yeah, what's the heavy? What's the heavy? That's the heavy. A dragon. Well, if it comes down to it,
I'm here.
I think there are things that could be worse. How about I do this? That's a light mech, not scared of that shit. We do have the emergency blow. We'll park right up off the turret. We'll be able to take the shot, probably clock it in a single go. Gonna go right ahead and emergency blow. That is an AC-20. Javelin's braced. To hell with that shit. This needs 157. That's 140. It's not enough. Probably be able to make this work. Maybe. Oh, but it's gonna shoot us. It's gonna shoot us. I should have vigilanced.
Reporting heavy fire. Standing by.
I should have vigilance. That would have saved me 40 damage. Son of a bitch. Tree cover, we do have a shot.
Lifting off.
Yeah.
Locked and loaded.
That was
One less target.
should have vigilance.
Commander?
I would have saved a lot of leg armor there. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Let's get you in tree cover. Also has evasion.
No.
You have 100% resolve. We need to use something. If anything, it may hit, it may not hit, but oh, but it did, which is so nice. But it also pushes that one back a turn. That leg's gonna get scraped up. Right leg is bad. All right.
Yes, Commander.
Worth knowing. Oh, there's a dropship over there. Also worth knowing. I can run over here and get decent shots in. At the moment, I think we can reserve. See what the little mech does. There's the Jenner. Ooh, that all hits. Okay.
I'm losing armor bad.
Commander?
She's holding though. She's holding though. She's holding though. We have access with the
I'm ready.
light? No. I'd have to get real close to do that shit. What is in this arm? Nothing? AC 5. We'll get an evasion pip.
All right.
Throw into this again.
Engaging target.
It's gonna go wherever the hell it goes, but it's still an AC 10,
Receiving.
which still effing hurts. I don't think we get really anything off of that, do we? No, terrible numbers. However, that is not terrible numbers. Left side is damaged though. Left leg's gonna be buried.
Location confirmed.
We'll have some movement, which may theoretically juke some shots. Maybe. A little bit of armor chisel, a little bit of damage. Panther is in tree cover. We'll let the dragon go. Good. Whiff. Okay with that. Has sure-footed.
Commander?
No. Want to get closer? That's the closest we get with tree cover. We work on the thing that matters, which right now is that. Oh, okay. Not a kill, but some serious oof. Do you have trees I could use that are like even mildly close? Javelin has SRM6s. I don't care about the SRM6s. That's going to be a lot of heat, but it's also a lot of damage. And we are in cover. We already lost a bunch of leg armor real stupid like, so we're going to make this happen. It's 50, 47. We're just going to go for it.
Target acquired.
Let's carve off the AC. Cool. Still has a PP still has a PPC. Still not a joke. Good, another whiff. Nice.
Let's get this done, team.
Let mechs come awake.
Ready.
Don't really want to waste shots on... What do I do here? Left leg still has to be favored. We'll do something like this.
Copy.
Might get struck by the dragon, but it's unlikely. Hey, Black Venom. Cool. Not insignificant. SRM's not a joke.
That
For
shot
small
got past
stuff.
my armor. Standing by.
Terrible shots on most things. Keep drilling into the core. Okay, that works too. That's a setback. It's not a lot of core damage, but it will also screw with his accuracy. Oh, he's having a bad day.
That shot went internal.
Waiting for orders.
He is pulling a lot of focus though, which is not a joke. 60 would not be a kill. We don't have a lot of good shots here. Jump jet just so I can fire at it.
Listen up.
I think I go into the javelin. I don't really think there's a reason to go into the dragon. AC5 could hurt. Let's precision strike into this. We'll kick it up to a 75. Dragon's not going to get removed off the field. SRM6s will suck, but they're not. Well, what is it? It's 48. It's not. It's basically 100 damage a turn, split over a bunch of different armor. LRM10 is 40. These are another something. AC5 is 45 damage. I suppose we could try to get this off the field. Or just miss. Missing is good too. That did have a refire penalty.
Standing by.
So realistically, I could have just not fired and been able to kind of like salvage it a little. I will keep my evasion.
Waiting for the shot.
Oh, that's a physical hit. That is unfortunate.
Waiting for orders.
Not gonna lie, I did not expect something like that to happen. Wait a minute. What? That's dead? What? Okay. Sure.
Roger that.
Still start bulwarking it up.
Oh,
Man, if
yeah.
we had a hit on that, that goes down. I think we get a refire penalty if we chuck with the AC again.
Commander?
Yeah, refire 3, refire plus 2. It's got a maximum refire.
Yes, Commander.
80 with the PPC, SRM, etc. Let's push him back. Let's not let him shoot.
Firing a full salvo.
I'm here.
$45, $65. Same thing. Hate to do it, but
All right.
damn it. Alright, well, there's a lot of oof
I'm
there. Still redlining.
Affirmative.
Might be a kill. Is. Saved ourselves some SRM damage to
One
this
less
team.
target.
Hey, CC Hurl. Thank you very much for 13 months, dude. I think that's the first time I've seen somebody subbed over a year.
Reporting. Head once more under the breach. I'm receiving you.
Once more onto the breach. We have enough that we could dump into this. Dump into the Jenner. We'll just take shots.
Here it comes.
Big hit. Big hit.
Scored a critical hit.
That's gonna push him back a
Yes,
turn.
Commander.
We're gonna still have the refire penalty. We've already lost our get all the trainees out alive bonus. Knock him back again, I think.
Firing.
Ooh, that also went mid because it struck a piece of torso that was blown off.
Ready for orders.
Same shit, different day. Emergency blow. 34. Not fucking with it. Everything. Make it dead. Did I need it? No. Does it work? Yes. Yeah, Mex will not hesitate to melee in Battletech, and it can be devastating. Thank you for the entertainment. What rar, dude? What?
Mech warriors. Show them what you got.
Shit. Okay.
Move order received.
I ain't psyched about this either.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
I just need you to hit
Orders?
every shot you ever think about shooting,
Roger that.
ever. That's a lot of good shooting. Exposed armor. Small laser, that's okay. We can deal with that.
I lost a weapon.
Hot damn, we're gonna do this.
I'm receiving you.
What's the armor on the back? It's a lot.
Roger.
There we go. Well,
Reporting critical hit. Black on AC-10 ammo.
We're rolling.
could have been better, but it's okay. It's a pilot injury, but he's gonna have 4 health. Might be dead. Left torso destroyed.
Commander, I'm hit.
Hey, let's
Standing by.
I know you're hit real bad. I got you, friend. I know. This is where we are, though.
ready for orders.
This is what's happening. Don't have it.
Firing.
Sorry.
Commander?
You have thousands of hours in this game and you have tens of thousands playing pen and paper? Damn, dude. We are staying bulwarked. 1,000,000%. Keep this in optimals. Right leg is hurt, showing left side is optimal.
Affirmative.
For what it's worth. I would like if I could just see him. 30. I just want to drill through the torso, but it'd be easier if I drill through there. A lot of shots into the leg though. Still has a lot of health. Be okay, we still have bulwark. That shot to the leg though.
I'm receiving you.
That shot to the leg is no joke.
Acknowledged.
Keep backing up in case he wants to get frisky. Could have alpha'd there.
Engaging target.
Okay. Ooh, that's good hits. Good hits. I don't think he can alpha there. But he is getting closer. LRM-10 is too close to
System
engage.
solving.
Basically down to 2 medium
Yep,
lasers. We're gonna keep backing up. Although he could absolutely come in and strike us in the face. I'm actually gonna vigilance and precision strike.
Firing on target.
It's kind of hurt, isn't it? Oh, it did.
Armor blow through. Oh, it's on now.
I think he's fucked now because
Waiting for orders.
basically can't miss this shot.
Engaging.
Alright. So the trainees didn't make it, but the bad guys are down.
Mission successful.
I was like, I didn't lose my mech, did I? What? No. Alright, so it would have been nice to have all of the mechs living. Unfortunately, they died in service of whatever the hell they were fighting for. But we brought down a big bitch. Is that the can getting squashed? Yeah. Can went down where the jump ship wanted in, so boom. Okay. So that gives us another mill. You know, not to be super heartless or whatever, but it gave us another mill. So here's a real question. Do I get the Wolverine part? I don't think it's gonna have great damage, but it's a 55 tonner, which is not bad. And would give us the heaviest thing that we have. I do have an AC-10 I picked up. Let's go ahead and get you fixed up, by the way. Just need a little workings inside. I feel like there's a Wolverine part in almost every damn store. Marauder. No, haven't seen that. I feel like there's almost always a Wolverine part somewhere. 2 auto cannons. We do have an AC-10 or an AC-20, I think, that was buffed. We have some missiles that we could also potentially use. A single laser is not going to be that amazing, but, you know, we could potentially make it work. And looks like the cost came down because the Taurians like us, which is nice. I think I'm going to do it.
New equipment available.
Okay, so we went ahead and did it. I'm not going crazy and buying all sorts of parts, but we were just really close to having what is potentially, you know, a nice little piece of extra here. Well, supposedly the cicada goes first, but hey, whatever. This is our front options. What can we make this Wolverine be into? Maximum armor, we have basically 14 tons. We have a double autocannon. Yeah, then we've got triple missile hardpoints. We could go for another missile boat similar to what the Centurion is. We could do this. Speaking of, I need to swap this out onto the Centurion. Probably. Do I? I probably do. We could do something really meme-ish, like SRM-6s, but I think that would be silly. Would it be silly? It's a lot of damage. For 12 heat, which is a medium laser, which is 25 damage, this instead deals 48. But it's not in one spot. Also deals stability damage, which is not a joke. Could go for something like that. What do we have AC-wise? Well, we could get an AC-10 in, but that would eat just about everything that we have. However, it would be very heat stable, and if we put in AC-10 ammo, it would actually live rather well. For just 2 pounds more, 2 tons more, we could go for an AC-20. And if we found some, well, I mean, that is a lot. Maybe that's a lot for a 55 tonner? Not against a brawling missile boat. What would that look like? So if we just go hardcore with this, 6 times 8, it's 48. That's 144 damage, 144 throw weight, 36 heat, very heat efficient, throwing 18 around. How much is this? 100? 100 bucks. So basically 1 ton's 5 rounds of ammo. I know this is a death move. 5 rounds, or 10 rounds, 15 rounds worth of ammo is pretty decent. You could throw a medium laser or a support weapon in here. Would I want a support weapon? Wolverine hits for 70. 70 ain't no joke. Plus we're throwing a lot of stability damage. Granted, it could be better. But that's 18. 18 stab damage times 3. 54. AC 20's too many eggs in one basket for a 55 tonner. I agree. It's just, we just don't have the space. And the way that I play, I armor the ever-living shit out of these because I know I have to, because I'm going to constantly be fighting above my weight. I could get in a laser. I just don't know if it would matter.
This is an all-ship announcement. It's time for another team-building movie night. Tonight's selection is a big hit in the combine.
This is a medium. Wouldn't this take... What? Specifically designed for mechs up to 55 tons. Okay. This is a lot of armor. This is 10,080 armor, which is so much nicer than what I've had. We don't have a long range option, which I'm okay with. I need a frontliner. I need a frontliner that can bullet sponge like a mother and can also brawl back. And 150 throw weight, granted, it's not targeted. It's going to be chip damage all over. But 150 throw weight is not a joke. Also, it's fairly heat efficient for what I do. If I alpha strike, we'll slowly have a heat buildup, especially if we end up using jump jets. But I mean, in general, it ain't that bad. As compared to a lot of the laser builds that I have, which are pretty significant. This actually lends me toward a little bit more heat efficiency, which I'm kind of okay with. Jump jets and rangefinder if you can scout with it. I do have a rangefinder. Would I scout with this though? Movement. I suppose I could, although I assume I would use this instead on something else, but if this is a frontliner, then sure, we could do that. I'm okay with that. That only goes in the cockpit. Which would straight up deny everything else because we're not going to put ballistic weapons on this. So it's kind of a one trick, not going to lie. It's all about the SRMs, but I think it does what it needs to do fairly efficiently. And outside of throwing on heat sinks, which I don't think it needs, I think we're going to be okay.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
All right. And yes, 5 jump jets is pretty good because Panthers are 4 jump jets. Vindy is 4 jump jets. So yeah, it's going to definitely be a little more maneuverable. So we are out of shit to do here. I don't know if there's anything amazing in the store. Actually, I know there's not because we literally just looked. I don't care about the crit. I'm interested in the +1 laser. I really am. But at the same time, I think we can deal without it. Alright, 2.5 skulls, 2.5 skulls. I don't necessarily want to sit on top of all the places I've already been to before. But, okay, we haven't been to Flaum before. It's not going to be a real high-end planet, though. However, that works well. We can go to Flaum, we can go to Burton, and if we want to, we can cut our trip short at Flaum, check it out, see what's good, and do it that way. So I am okay with that. So if we happen to see something worth going into, we're gonna go into.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Sure. So we were paying generous. Eventually we'll make it up to extravagant. I don't need to keep going. Min-maxing wise, I don't need to go up. But play-wise, I would prefer to be generous with my guys. I don't know if this affects random events and multipliers, so I am going to keep it at generous, which is overpaying. Realistically, I would like to go to extravagant if I could do it. I don't necessarily want to put myself under an extreme amount of money pressure. However, go up to 51. What the fuck? Maybe go higher than that? Interesting. No, it stays at 50. Because I am trying to have challenge. I'm also, you know, I'm looking to take care of my people. I'm looking to roleplay a little bit. It's all good. Structural reinforcement is a lot. We still have a long journey ahead of us. And CC Harrell. So I am running. Let me go ahead and pause this real quick. I'm doing a homebrew style of this game, and I don't think I've seen you in the chat playing when we've been doing this. So if I lose a piece, if the arm gets ripped off or the torso or something, every piece I've lost, I have to go in and I have to scrap a piece to be able to fix it. Because realistically, we're holding all this stuff together with you know, hope, wishes, and duct tape. And we don't get to Imagineer up shit that doesn't exist anymore with the power of money. You know, we don't get to wallpaper our mechs with cash so that they somehow work again. We need to pull it out of scrap that we have. If we don't have that scrap, then the mech is down. We cannot repair it. We could sell it, but we can't repair it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm running such extreme armor builds on just about everything I run, because I do not want to lose the mechs or lose pieces, because it could put me in a really compromising situation. Though we've gotten out of the early game, we're firmly established in the beginnings of the mid game, which means I do have reserves. So if I do take some nasty hits, I have fallback positions which I can go to. But that's the reasoning. If you're like, why wouldn't you just, you know, pull some armor off the thing that doesn't matter, because you could fix it? Well, that's the thing. I can't fix it. I don't have parts. It'd be $500,000 from the store if I have to buy a part. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna check anything in the store. Cyclops piece. There's a Wolverine part. We could pick that up just for some insurance. I don't really want to drop $500,000 on it, but it's a thing we could do. Plus 5 damage and way too much weight. Plus 10 damage. 180,000 might be worth doing. Ultra AC 20. Oh dear God. Oh, what? What? This is the thing that's on like Yellow Wang, right? The Kaliyama AC 20. Oh, it's gotta be. Holy shit. You do the same. You set everything to be stingy and use the most brutal settings also. You do it in this way because the AI is kind of weak and predictable, and it's the only way to challenge. Yeah, I agree. I'm thinking of other things to homebrew, other things to kind of like, you know, have as additional rule set stuff. One of the things that I've thought of is you could only do 3 missions on a planet. 2, for every skull of a mission that you accept. Yeah, UACs are powerful. Jesus, I'm getting that. So that alone means we're going in system. Wow, there's just nothing here. Titan attack. This is an assault mech. And it's a defend base. We did one of these and we almost auto-failed it. It sucked. Because it wasn't just one assault mech, it was 2. And even then, there were 7 buildings and you could only lose 1. Well, they didn't last long. Wow, we don't get nothing off this. It's a pretty little payday. Friendly. Well, I mean, maybe we can take stuff a little nastier because we are starting to upgrade in size. This is a possibility, although the Titan attack is probably a bit of a meme. I think we could punch above our weight a little bit. Extremely heavy mech with Davian heraldry. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go in. This is more than I want to deal with, but we got a new mech. Theoretically, if a piece of it breaks off, we can at least buy a replacement part. And I want the AC-20. I want the AC-20 kind of a lot. So travel to system. Yep.
Roger that, Commander.
We're heading in system.
That work order you submitted is complete.
You'll also only run stock mechs. You can only replace something with the same thing, but a plus or double plus version. Ah, okay. So you only run the base configurations. Well, that's a thought. I had considered something like that.
Now entering synchronous orbit.
We've arrived at our destination, Commander.
Correct. Early on, the Centurion was out of action for several in-game months because we did not have parts. It was a bitch. Continue. Okay, well, I'm buying this before I forget, because I absolutely could forget. What is this? 20 times 6. 60 stab. This is just brutal. Brutal. For 1 additional ton. This is just nuts.
New weapon systems available.
I mean, fuck, I could put that on the 55 tonner. That's terrifying. This is not bad either. The 110. I mean, it's obviously not what we just bought, but it's still not bad. We can sit on this stuff. That's okay. Let's look and see if we have any mech warriors to upgrade. Really makes you careful with your heat management. Well, I could see that, because I mean, I use a lot of armor, which could potentially be a difference, but also...
Thy will be done.
What's this? Anything super special here? No. No.
Standing by.
Nope.
What can I do for you?
I think before we specialize, we keep working on the basics. We'll wait on Caravel. I don't care about that. It's not going to be enough to do anything. This is good.
Training complete.
That bumps it up a bit.
Ready for order.
Nothing.
Yes, Commander.
Nothing useful.
Waiting for orders.
Yes.
Mech warrior training complete.
What is this? Mockingbird? All the way down here.
Receiving you.
Woo! Lot to
Good
learn.
to go.
Not really sure what I give her. I personally do not use sensor lock very much. You do not upgrade pilots until you need them. It lets their experience build up, and you don't have to pay them as much. Yes, that is true.
Orders.
Oh no, here she comes. She's
Training
a man
confirmed,
eater. Phobia.
Ready for orders.
Nothing. Nothing. Good enough. What was
What
this?
can I do for you?
Pacer. I don't know what to put with this. The sensor lock thing. Because I almost never use this. Not that it's a bad thing. It can enable certain playstyles, but on the playstyle I use, I very rarely need this at all.
This is a bullshit announcement. The mech lab will be closed.
We could go with a light support option mech, where we have initiative where we can strike and then move, ace pilot.
Stay out until Yen gives the all clear.
This gives a called shot bonus though.
Training complete.
We'll let it be what it is. Yeah, I filled up the barracks. We picked up a bunch of technicians. In late game, it comes in handy. Oh, I can imagine. Okay, I don't think we can do the Titan attack. Well, maybe we could if we pull aggro off all the dudes, all the peoples. And I would certainly love to have some assault class stuff. Take the bait, go out and kill some stuff. Extremely heavy mech, 3 out of 12. It's a pretty good payout. But if it's an extremely heavy mech, that's literally a heavy mech we can bring back, which I am okay with. How do we run this now? So Wolverine is our frontline Omega tank. We have a backline missile boat, especially for knocking out heavy mechs. It is polar. We can go hard on the lasers. And I think Panthers are just too good of a workhorse not to use. 4 jump sets. It's the same thing. This one looks prettier. We'll go with that one. Okay, definitely want bulwark. I think that might be useful. Ronan has breaching shot. Ooh, I should have put the +10 stab on this. Can I do that now? Can I do that before I forget? Because I will forget. Centurion? Missiles. That. 2 days, 2,000. It'll be fine.
Logged and noted.
I'll do the thing. Okay. So we're gonna take the one mission that, well, the one Torian mission that, I mean, I guess there are multiple. Anyway, we're gonna start with this one. We're assuming we're gonna go up against something that we can salvage. I'm throwing away a lot of money to do this, but I think it's probably not a bad choice because it's gonna be a long game payoff. Because we still need to build the pieces up. Panther Vindy, right? We definitely want Archangel to be able to use the Vindy to keep up the heat pressure. I want Called Shot. Called Shot in Kayak. Cool. We can bring Mockingbird as a Called Shot Centurion with some backup. And Ronan could be interesting with Breaching Shot in case we're going against some funked up shit. But I would prefer Sure Footing. I think I would prefer Sure Footing. Because I expect the Wolverine to take a lot of punishment. I expect it to take a lot of hits. I'll go with this. I'll go with Slide Rule. Plus I think he has a bonus reduction to hit. Which, I mean, honestly, could probably use. What kind of difficulty drift do you have? Full skull or half skull? I don't know what that means. I have it set to, like, deployment strength set to hard, so it's whatever strength it is. I know that I faced a catapult, and I think an additional 2 medium mechs when we did a 1 skull, or maybe a skull and a half mission. When we had, like,
Command interface initiated.
3 lights and a medium. I did salvage the catapult. I got 3 pieces off of it. I can show you what my settings are because you'd probably know what it actually means. So difficulty, I guess I can't look at it, so never mind. Sorry, I can't show it to you. Yeah, so if a mission is 2 skull, it can actually be 1 or 3. Yep. We occasionally get the missions where it's like, wow, this is generously, obnoxiously easy. It doesn't happen very often, though.
On it.
UAC 20 was clan tech.
Ready for orders.
But wasn't the Kaliyama AC-20, wasn't that what was on Yenlo Wang? Yenlo Wang, I think, Gladiator and such. I remember that was a...
Moving to position.
That was a mean mother trucker. Cool. I really like how fast the Wolverine is. Not gonna lie. Definitely nice. We're gonna get you bracing.
Commander?
Get you bracing as well.
Acknowledged.
Up high.
Pontiac AC-20. That's right, Pontiac. For some reason, I thought I remembered the term Kaliyama. But you're right, it was a Pontiac AC.
Standing by.
There are mediums about. Oh, is it one of these again?
Standing by.
Where it's not actually a mech, it's a vehicle? I'm not excited about that game.
Confirmed.
I'm not saying it's a small vehicle, because it's not a small vehicle. And it's even reduced.
Asking for an outward thrust. I await your command.
It's not down.
Standing by.
I mean, shit, I can just throw into it this way.
Coordinates received.
We have a lot of missiles. If 2 of them connect, it's dead.
This should be good.
There we go. Hey, we won! Amazing.
Frag the vehicle.
I'm your spaniel. Affirmative.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Let's hit him hard.
I know there's some other friends here, I just don't know where they are.
Picking up a new sensor trace.
There we go.
Looks
He's
like
pulling
enemy
back to his reinforcements. There's a lot of power budget tied up into the thing that we just took down, so we might not have a really good mech that we can work off of. Kaliyama made the AC-20 in the Hunchback. Ah, okay. I'm gonna reserve down. This is in a good set.
Standing by.
What else do we have? Decent amount of LRMs. Probably a javelin.
Ready for orders. Aye, aye.
We don't have sure-footed because of the jump, but we get additional evasion. Let's try to pull them to where we can engage from tree cover.
Yes, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Orders?
Turns out I was able to use my sensor
I'm
lock.
walking here.
70?
Firing on target.
Damn. A cat or a trebuchet? Can throw with the Panther. 80. Oh, buddy. He didn't like that one.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Didn't like that one at all. It is a javelin. Lots and lots of javelins in these parts. I think, I really do think that they... That's pretty significant. Oof.
Damage minimal.
I really do think that in the areas of space that you're in, there are mechs that you're more expected to see. Double mediums. Damage is spread around. That's a lot of
Damage minimal.
Standing by.
stability. I think that's the full wave, right? Because we took out one piece of the lance. And there's the javelin, right?
Standing by. Receiving.
Okay. So we'll get the Wolverine up in the front.
Roger.
That'll bulwark. It's 40% reduction in damage. That is terrible. Well, to hell. I mean, we're full, so I guess.
Confirm. Fire.
I think we got more hits than we had a right to
Waiting
expect.
for orders.
Not gonna lie. So there's a griffin and another griffin. Both of them are the same, actually. So if we could just beat the shit out of this, try to rip this thing to scrap. I mean, there is sort of a way we could try to literally obliterate the mech out from underneath itself.
Locked on target.
Because the more shit we break, then the less stuff there is at the end. In lore, they're plentiful? Okay. Not gonna be good damage, or good shots there. Same thing with this. So that saves us some stability. It's a shitty shot. That's a shitty shot too. I'm just gonna brace. Hopefully they'll pick another target for a little while. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of good options
I'm there.
for what to dump into, but we do have precision shot. 35, 35. Well, they're both the same. Can start getting stability damage into a griffin. We trip across a head hit. Cool. Mostly we're just getting the stability damage.
Hit, Commander.
That's gonna knock the medium mech back to a heavy, which means we're gonna have a another wave of missiles to get a knockdown. Force a knockdown. I don't care what you do, buddy, but you're doing it from tree cover. You get me on that? We're gonna actually reserve here. So we'll get a knockdown on the griffin. Still tanking.
Standing by.
Vindy can bullet sponge. No reason for me to be too close.
Rolling.
Oh my god. I was... No. No. Okay, so all of this only resulted in a little more than half, so we do actually have to go for this again. No. Try to spread it out some. That's a knockdown.
But that hurt.
Done with your clan battle, Sweal. Others are swapping in. Gate A is awesome. Citadels, cruisers at max range. Woot! The 150. Yeah, of course. Yeah, German DDs are favored.
Receiving you.
Which is funny, because people say German DDs are extremely weak and all that shit, but they're not. They're really not.
Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
I mean, it's not going to be a great shot.
On it.
It wasn't.
Reporting. Critical hit.
That's okay. He's moving up,
I'm
which
here.
means he's probably getting ready to do some YOLO stupid shit. Just back up.
Moving to position.
It's fine. We're gonna keep dumping into the javelin. Sadly, still alive.
This just in. Critical.
Let's just in. Ouch. Yeah. I don't want to be dumping lasers into that. I want to make the bad guy go away. Now, it's very likely
Enemy mech destroyed.
that both Griffins only have 3 health. Fully flagged, you're getting quite a lot of experience. Sure, clan battles are excellent for resource gaining.
No retreat.
Okay, so we have a health damage into this one, which is cool. I think we need to let one of these go. He's already very high in health, so he's probably not going to have a huge amount of influence. And then we can double rocket. Still tanking like a champ. Tons of armor on you.
Standing by.
Doing amazing. So we're going to start. We precision strike this because it's going to knock it back in the next turn. We'll get another volley. Ooh, even got a head hit. So that's going to be 2 damage once he is gets knocked down. Oh, this thing is tanking like a pro.
Ready for orders.
It's just so nice. Unfortunate. Wow. That's like
I'm ready.
straight up just ready to fucking fall over, man. Well, hell.
Position confirmed.
I guess we'll just throw one at this dude.
Engaging with hot.
Fall over, sir. It's nice to have a second source of stability damage.
Commander.
So this has 1 health. No, 1 health damage into it. I don't want to be dumping into a downed mech. We'll move forward and brace, I think. We're really trying to salvage these.
I live to serve.
We're not going to get all the parts and pieces. It's just not going to happen. But we can get 3, and
Let's go.
the more pieces we have on the field, the more likely we grab additional pieces at the same time. He's going to go. Doesn't really have great damage, so not much of a worry there.
Minimal.
Ready for orders.
We're gonna let this person, or let this one get up,
Standing by.
and what stands up must go down. High heat, can't really do much. Repositions. Has a shot modifier from getting back up.
Standing by. I'm receiving you.
So unlikely we get a head hit. But that's okay.
That hit something good.
It
Receiving
did.
you.
50%. We might break that. Should also be pilot damage. We have 150 throw weight and a whole bunch of bullshit we can hit, and a really high likelihood to miss with a bunch of shots. Overkill is best kill. In cap. Nice. 3 health. Now on the other one, he's down 2 health already. We could start removing pieces of the mech. Although, as boring as it is to watch stability kills, it is still the safest method of harvest at this particular juncture. We're gonna let him go.
Standing by.
Well, that sucks.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, you know he's concerned. Oh, he's braced? Yeah, he is. He's entrenched. That's okay. Can go for leg shots. Didn't even get knocked.
I'm receiving you.
It's a good choice to move there. Oop, no. I thought I was in trees. I'm not. I'm not fucking with this. You hear me?
On it.
I'm not dying to greed here.
Waiting for orders. Lifting arm.
Sure.
Let's go.
What are you gonna do, buddy? What are you gonna do? Oh! At least we have a lot of armor.
Warning. Armor
Receiving you.
breached. Internal damage.
I'm ready.
So
Commander?
nice to see you. Goodbye. Okay. Sure.
Copy that, Commander.
Put on for a headshot. I don't think the headshots actually roll. You know, it's not 30 chances for a headshot.
Standing by.
Right. One hit from the Wolverine.
Heading out.
Let's precision into there. We can break that and knock him down. 2 should be sufficient. Pilot injury. And the
Taking a
knockdown.
critical hit.
Yes, Incubus. Nice to know you. Goodbye.
Mission successful.
Kill him, keep yourselves alive. No, I wasn't in danger. The Panther was a little in danger. Not gonna lie about that. Anything super special? LRM 5 plus 1 damage. It's 25% damage, not a joke. More stability damage off of PPC, which is also kind of nice, but we have to go for the Griffin. That's what we have to do. There's another 3 parts on the table. We could, with our additional 9 parts that we have no control over, happen to roll those 3. Holy fuck, we did! Okay, well, we just completed another 55 tonner. That's actually pretty sexy, and we got the PPC plus.